All right. Trying to figure out how to turn this background off. Give me a second. Oh, one day that'll be smooth, guys. One day that will be super smooth. Wasn't smooth today. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the feeding the ducks vibe we had going there. If you don't know what feed the ducks sounds like, it's this. It's actually a live band in this room right now.
Nice.
Kidnapped them earlier today.
That's a good beat.
Yeah. All just dancing. They can't see it. They got the helmet on.
It's quite a vibe, my friend.
All right. No need to listen to that music any longer. People are tuning in like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So, okay. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of the New Standards live stream. This morning we got Alt and Rob. Welcome, guys.
What's up?
GM.
You know, I guess I don't know where we're gonna go this morning. I got a few things queued up here.
Wait, before we get started, I had a quick question about your hat. No, your hat is no jokes. Just your hat. What does it say? Is it like a no Maui or what is that? What looks like the no sign?
You can't see it. It's a it's a brand. It's a brand called.
It's a brand. Oh, okay. Oh, it looks like okay, I see it now. It's an NT or something. Okay.
Yeah, it's a brand. It's actually like a surfing company on Maui, like windsurfing.
Oh, windsurfing. Oh man, I've never been windsurfing. Is that fun?
I'm honestly too fat to do that well.
You can't get off the
ground. As a younger man, like I was definitely in better shape, but I'm still, if you can't tell, built wide. So
like the wind's not strong enough to pick you off the ground, or what's the deal?
No,
you have to muscle. You have to it's like a muscle. They like lift yourself up, kind of thing.
No, I think it would be fine. I mean, it's just like I hate squeezing into anything that's restrictive. So any harness or anything, like those are built for lithe and long people. Me, I'm built like a linebacker, right? So right. For me, like I was good. I could, I'm built low and I'm squat, so surfing was fine. I really got into.
How hard is windsurfing compared to surfing?
It's just, I mean, you're just using, so like surfing, you got the paddle, right? That's your locomotion into the wave. Windsurfing, you're already standing up. So you're just like using the sail itself to like propel you over the water. I'd probably be fine at it. I just hate getting harnesses, right? So like you're using the wind to propel you over the water and then turn around and then like catapult you back into the wave. The one thing with windsurfing that's actually kind of really fucking cool is you take huge air, right?
I bet.
I think it was like Rob.
I would take air regular surfing when I fly off of it.
Yeah. You take those airs. Look at you.
No, like when I fly off my board and crash.
Oh, you're fucking pain in the ass. All right, this is completely off, but just. All right, let me mute that while this ad plays. But we're actually gonna take a quick detour because you mentioned windsurfing, and people might not even know what that looks like. So let's take a quick detour this morning and show everybody what the hell windsurfing looks like, and get that up on the stage here. Here we go. Okay, now we're windsurfing. So this is actually this is at a beach I used to surf. I'll keep up. Turn that down a little bit.
Dang.
You should have picked like entry level so we could see what it's really like for the average person.
No, I mean, this is what windsurfing is, man. You're just like
doing flips and shit.
Airing, yeah.
He's got a Red Bull sponsorship.
Yeah. This is his first day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. This is 30 minutes in.
So obviously looks super fun, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm built like a linebacker. Taking big air like that, maybe not the best for me. Right. So this is again, this is at a beach that was actually down the street from where I used to live in Maui. It's called Ho'okipa. Super cool place. Big waves. Gets gnarly. It's actually one of the best places on the island to see sea turtles. So
awesome.
Yeah, the whole new you can show up and there's turtles everywhere. Now,
what side of the island is that?
It's North Shore. It's North Shore. This famous restaurant, like kind of right there, called Mama's Fish House. Everybody goes there on dates, so it's kind of appropriate for Valentine's Day, right? Yeah, you go
Right
to
on.
Mama's Fish House and then you look out and you could. Yeah, I mean, you're just around the corner from Ho'okipa, but this is the kind of stuff that goes on there. Big windsurfing spot because it can get windy.
Just don't click on that Jim pranking Dwight for 12 minutes straight, or we'll watch that.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah. Anyway, while this is going on in the background, one thing that was interesting. So the legal counsel for the LUKSO network, Bijan, he's actually a kite surfer, and
awesome.
got into a discussion with him about that at in Bangkok at dinner. And he goes all over. He kite surfs, takes huge waves, and he was saying like one of the brutal parts of kite surfing is when you fuck up and you wipe out, you break a rib.
Yeah, right. It's a bit different.
And kite surfing's different. Like kite surfing, you actually are flying the kite and the kite's pulling you. So this is like a sail, and kite surfing is something completely different, right? But all this stuff obviously goes on in Maui. This kind of stuff it's going on in the background all the time. Oh, look at this. Help YouTube by answering question. Probably not.
No.
Not big on helping YouTube.
Yeah, they don't need our help.
Oh. So this guy's kite surfing Nazaré in Portugal, some of the biggest waves in the world.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, so you see he's just like flying the kite. The kite's actually pulling him.
That's that wave off of Point Break.
Point Break, yeah. Brody's out there.
Brody.
So like
people do this in Michigan too.
Yeah. Anytime there's big wind, like, so this doesn't require, kite surfing doesn't require waves, but if you have waves, you can air off them. Like it makes it a little bit probably more exciting.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
So when I was in rented a house on the Outer Banks in North Carolina a year and a half ago, I don't know, like last year, I can't remember. It doesn't matter the time frame. And people were kite surfing in the bay. Like that's the thing they do there. Afternoon, big wind, flat. It was good fun. It was on the sound side. It wasn't even on the ocean side. So you don't even get the big waves, but look how gnarly that is, man.
Wow.
Yeah. You get a building chasing you and you're just being here, I'll show you the I'll show you what I used to get into a lot. I'm not good at doing two things at once, obviously. So sometimes I go a little slow. So being a big guy built like a linebacker, I got into bodyboarding a lot. And like, you get your bodyboard, you bring a kid to the beach and they're like, yeah, you caught a wave. And then you watch like people who can really bodyboard and you're like, oh, damn, that is slick as fuck. Right. But just like good fun, you're just like sliding on a wave. And the people who are really good, they're drop knee on the wave. They're doing all, yeah, right, like right there. Pop up, drop knee, get a barrel right here. Wow. And you can do this in super choppy surf. You can do all kinds of stuff. This is actually in the shipping harbor in Maui. And it's like a, I don't know, good way for bodyboarding there. People use it. It's whenever the surf's up, people are there all the time. This is a complete detour in the conversation.
I like literally took us there right out the gate.
Yeah. Why start with actually doing anything mildly on task? Let's go right to doing whatever we want to do. Yeah, let me exit this.
That was the task.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. This is what I really got into when I lived there. I used to love this kind of spears fishing. Like this is my Jimmy Jam. Used to do this all the time.
So you eat them? Like you go catch your lunch and then go, oh man.
Yeah, you're just stabbing things with spears and shooting.
All right, I'm calling PETA.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't call PETA.
There's somebody with a problem with this out there,
Oh yeah, big time. Someone's pissed at me right now for this. But like, here, let's fast forward. Yeah, so you're diving down and you're hanging out on the reef. It's all on one breath, right? So there's no.
That's so crazy,
right? Got the weight belt, just hunting around, just spearing fish. Now you might be saying, that's terrible. You're a terrible human. Why would you do this? Well, you're eating cow or chicken and you never even got part of its life cycle. Like, let me tell you, when you're swimming and hunting fish underwater, they are way better adapted to that territory than you are, right? Like they swim fast. Here, I'll take this off the screen. They swim fast. They can sense things underwater that you can't. They, sorry, hold on. Once again, my brain is not capable of doing two things at once. And we're back. Okay. And, there's always a chance a shark's going to come get you. But like one of the things about spearfishing is you're down there, you get the fish, you're like, you could be 50, 60 feet underwater, right? And now you got this big ass fish and like you want to dispatch the fish because you don't want it in pain and suffering. Like that's terrible. Like nobody wants to suffer until they die. And the other thing is you don't want a lot of blood in the water or distress because that calls the sharks in. So what you'd actually do is you have a knife on your leg and you actually pull the knife out. And it was kind of a spiritual thing because you're like holding this fish and you're like, hey, thank you so much for the meal you're going to provide. And then you're like, wow, stab them in the brain. And and you see that and I'm laughing about it, but it's like a really powerful experience, like you're taking the life force from something. So like when you go full circle and you're providing this meal for people that you're sharing it with, like it's like there's like a real connection there.
It's only fair when you die to then just float to the bottom so they can eat you.
Well, so it's funny, but like we'd be driving out to go fish in the morning to go hunting, right? And the whole ride out, it's really quiet in the car because everybody's making this kind of sacred pact with the ocean. Like, I'm going in and like I'm going to hunt, but I am not the apex predator in the ocean. Like, there's plenty of shit that could kill me that's out there. And it's like sometimes, that's a dangerous activity. Sometimes people do not come back. So it's always like really quiet, and then you're in the water, and it's like, you're fishing 50 to 100 feet away from any partner, and like you're just in your head, right? So like it's super meditative, and then you fish for 3-4 hours, and then you get out, and afterwards that's when you're telling the stories about all the ways you nearly died while you were out there. Yeah, I don't know. Good. That's a detour. We just hit that detour this morning.
Check mark.
Yeah, check mark. All right. So what I really wanted to start with this morning, guys, is any attention good attention? Because you guys dropped that in your stream, right?
But that's what reminded me. Actually, you're seeing your YouTube. Like if you just saw some crazy thumbnails of stuff you've been watching,
Oh God, imagine that. The good news is that I don't have that kind of life, right? Like I'm a pretty boring individual. But guys,
I love that you blacked it out.
Oh man, in the middle, like they're getting to the end of the stream. Hey, you got anything left? We got about 30 seconds. I think I'm pretty. Boom, screen flashes, and
can you play that? I guess you can't play it because then it would. You'd have to.
Yeah. I just
the audio of it's pretty funny, and then
what does he say? He's like, "Oh God damn it!"
Oh, and it just like stays there, and then he starts trying to close every window on his computer, just scrambling. So let me ask you guys: do you think that was staged or an accident? Because I could see both.
You think
it's not a bad idea?
I mean, if it was staged, it got. I mean, you grabbed it this morning, 60,000 views. I mean, I know I would have never watched it or shared it had it not had that hilarious moment in there.
What's the near ticker look like today?
Well, it's up 6%.
There you go.
Any attention's good attention. Who's going to show the nipple in this?
Oh, when I first saw that, I thought it said near token jump 6 inches.
6 inches. Good God.
Terrible joke.
Terrible.
Do we have a new strategy for LUKSO?
Alts is about to slip a nipple out right now.
Oh no. Not on Valentine's Day. You can't on Valentine's.
Wait, hang on. I got you. Hold up 1 second.
So I'm going to make a plug here 15 minutes in after we detoured through surfing, fishing.
Oh, darn. What do I do?
Oh, man. On a quick plug, if you guys want to join the chat, you can grab the Twitter chat underneath, and unfortunately we can't write back to you, but we can get your comments on the screen. If you're on the YouTube chat, we can actually chat with you in the chat in the box that we have available here in the platform. And if one of you is sitting out there and you're like, boy, I'd like to join this conversation, just hit one of us up in the DMs. We'll send you the link and we can get you in. You don't even have to join with a camera if that is somehow threatening to you. We can get you in just as a voice. That works too. But we really want.
I can do it. You can do it.
That's right, Rob. Rob's our Jamie, right? Normally he's off screen, and we can only hear him and hear where we're going.
This isn't actually my thing, but whatever. We'll go with it.
It's nobody's thing, and nobody really feels comfortable hearing themselves talk or look at themselves. But I mean, what we're trying to do here, I mean, let's be really honest, is build community. We're trying to build community in this nihilistic space where people are PvP wrecking each other all the time. I'm trying to take your bags, Rob. Like, we're advocates for a social blockchain. So let's get social. Let's talk about interesting shit, and along the way, let's also talk about the things that interest us, right?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm totally okay with that.
Oh, wise one.
Oh, wise one.
Oh, wise
all right.
one.
So I'm going to share this. This is I'm running this on my local environment. So this is absolutely not deployed yet, but this is Fists of Fate. This is what I've been killing myself to work on. This is a grid element. We'll just move forward. This is kind of where I'm at now. So the idea is you could wager Lux. I say, hey, Rob, I'm going to play you. Now, Rob, you don't get to see the screen. This would be happening on my end. And I'm going to make a choice. Rock. And then I'm going to place the wager and commit the choice on chain. So this actually becomes the transaction. Whoopsh. On your side, you would get this was what it would look like on your screen. You could match the bet. Now I got to think about this a little bit more, because what if 10 people challenge Rob? I got to kind of represent that a little bit better, right? Mm-hmm. But now Rob can match the bet, and now you make your choice. You don't know that I played Rock. Rob, what would you normally play? First one.
Scissors.
You play scissors? Well, you lose, man. So you commit that choice. It goes back to me, because in order to keep everything on chain, right, make this game trustless, so like people can play and wager and have fun with it and not know and like be comfortable with the fact that no one's cheating them. Like when I committed my move, I had to hash it and I had to make it secret so no one could look on the chain and tell that I played Rock. So that means after Rob commits his choice, he can do it publicly. No one cares what he made because he's the second choice in the game. The only thing that matters is what happens when I now reveal my choice, when I unhash that choice. So I reveal the choice and boom, you get this screen. I beat you because I played Rock, right? And then we move on in the game. We go to the next round. And that was my turn. Player one, make the first choice again. Doesn't matter who makes the first choice. It's just game flow, right?
It does matter though, because that's part of, it's like the Schrodinger's rock of scissors, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you think so? You think it matters?
I think it does matter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
how do I know if somebody challenges me?
Yeah, see, this is a great question. So I think what we have to do, and it's like, I'm gonna okay, before I answer that question, my very first thought was, I'm gonna do rock, paper, scissors. That shit's easy. I can just like whip that out. And then all hell broke loose. So I think what we would do, and it will have to come as I have to think it through a little bit more, because again, I am a slow and learning developer on the smart contract side. Implement an LSP1 implementation, right? The universal receiver. And using LSP1, I could then send you a notification, right? So like basically using LSP1, there's like a listener that's like listening to the chain. And the second that I challenge you, right, that event that's emitted, like I could then respond by giving your account the notification. Boop, hey Rob, you've been challenged to a game, right? And then once you've been challenged to a game, then you can act on it. So I think, like I said, in the context of this app, I would need a screen that kind of like shows the challenges that are available to you. But it would be even cooler. I think you brought this up the other day. If like I could tie it into like an SMS notification or something, right? So when you've been challenged, you get a text. Beep. Ethalorian has challenged you to rock, papers, to fists of fate.
Even like a pop-up on the Up app would be cool.
Yeah, that would probably be the best thing, like a notification in your mobile app, and you can just interact and play. That would be super cool.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to help me out with that, I welcome your help. If you wait for me to do it, we're going to get a game that is not going to tell you that you've been challenged, and you'll just have to show up and figure it out. But I don't know, working on it little by slow. One thing that's really cool is I deployed the contracts for the game on testnet, and the game operates just as it's supposed to. It actually does exactly what I thought it would do. And I deployed a stats contract, and I thought, why don't I make that a premium feature? Because if you have the stats feature, you know that Ethalorian likes to play rock first, right? And in that way, then you can maybe modify your choices, or I could then game you and not play rock first. But it's all kept on chain. So as people play and play and play and play, they're going to develop these you'll see their tendencies, and then that becomes a game within the game, right? Kind of cool. That's what I thought.
Very cool.
So,
well, but it's also going to depend on, you'd have to go and then cross-reference who I've been playing, because if I've been playing ETH all day, I'm going to be playing paper a lot, but I might not normally play paper a lot,
Yeah, no, definitely. Right. So game ends. Oh, confetti. And right now I have the front end configured for like this 5% rake to just pay for the hosting of this thing. Right. A really good idea that John gave me was, what if instead of the flat 5, because if the house is always taking that 5%, then people over time, the players get drained of their money. Right. What if instead, if we redirect a portion of the fee into a pool, and every person that plays the game gets a ticket in the pool. So if you play the game 50 times, you get 50 tickets. You play it once, you get 1 ticket. But at the end of some time period, you can win the percentage of that kind of fee pool as like a lottery every week. Right.
Awesome. Yeah.
That might be kind of cool. That was a great idea from Jonathan.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Otherwise, you're just extracting value from the community.
I'm not trying to extract any value.
Okay.
I'm trying to I'm out here hustling, man.
We just got to keep this extracting value narrative going, because I hear everyone.
That was actually on the topic of conversation. Metaversal, I appreciate that. Very cool. And Metaversal says, would be interesting to display stats with poker, like how often someone bluffs. So like,
that'd be cool.
It'd be cool to like go the second level down stats. Like like against Ethalori, like when Alt and ETH are playing, ETH plays rock. But when ETH plays Rob, he plays paper, right? How it adjusts per tendency, get some real next level stats going on.
Yeah. You could get AI to analyze it and be the super player.
Yeah.
Well, there's been poker bots that have done that for a long time now. That they're illegal in most games. They won't let you use them for obvious reasons.
You know what we call this? Scope creep, right? I wanted a simple game, rock, paper, scissors. The next thing you know, this game's going to be flying hard. It'll have its own brain. It'll be an agent.
But I mean, you could easily take the same mechanic and play chess, or you could play Hangman. You could play anything like that. Yeah.
The general idea is just like, once you've entered into the wager, like that wager agreement, that then the money sits in that contract until the end of the agreement. I mean, that's what smart contracts are for, right? That's what makes them cool. The one thing that you have to be concerned with, which like this is a real genuine concern, like, yeah, you want to get this stuff out the door. You want people to use it. However, if 100 people are playing this game and everyone's wagering, the contract that's kind of that escrow contract is now holding that honeypot, right? And if LUKSO is worth a lot of money, that becomes like a really attractive place for someone to go and try to drain it, right? It becomes like a spot to attack. It's like a different type of animal than, you know, some of the other mini apps that are out there are just like straight payments, right? I'm just transferring LUKS from me to you, done. This would be this, as the game gets popular, more and more LUKS is stored in this contract, in this kind of escrow, and then it gets more and more attractive for someone to go and take all the money out, right? So that's why probably if it was going to, like, you know, it'd be releasing it to the wild right now wouldn't be the worst thing, because there's not going to be enough money in it for anyone to really want to go through the effort to try to drain. But it would need constant iteration, and it would need probably an audit on that thing, and it would need some other security considerations
as it ballooned.
Yeah, right. Like if it got traction. So I started actually thinking about this last night while I'm banging my head against the damn monitor because I was running into some issues. I'm like, you know, what starts as a simple idea is now this thing that I'm going to have to fucking maintain and keep iterating on. But yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I learned a lot. In this process. Again, this was the first time I'd ever written a custom contract and actually had it behave the way I wanted it to. You know, I've deployed other contracts on other EVMs, but like more kind of just like, here's a token, I'm making an ERC20. Isn't this fucking fun? Right. Or, you know, we're going to use it as a voting contract, but all that stuff you can grab. This had some custom elements in it. And you kind of, John, when I was sitting outside the hotel in Bangkok, and John was really showing me Foundry because he was really excited about it. And quick plug on Foundry. Foundry just went stable today with a version 1. That was an announcement. Foundry is like, you can write tests in Solidity. You don't have to context switch between languages, where I'm using hard hat. So I'm like, have Solidity contract, and then I'm also then writing tests and scripts and TypeScript. So like I've got to move between languages. It just, you know, some people love it. Some people are like, fuck this, I don't want to have to think in 2 different languages, right? Anyway, John was showing me the red-green refactor. Like, he's like, this is how you should do it. You should write the test and fail the test, and then write the contract until you pass the test, and then refactor the contract to make it safer. And that's test-driven development, and obviously like a good thing to do. So I was really trying to follow that process, even though it's a hackathon. And Tonto DeFi was laughing at me. He's like, "You're a hackathon project," but I learned a lot in that process, right? Failing tests until it was operational. So yeah, once again, just verbally dumping on you guys while you listen to me. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Of course. Anytime. I'm just extracting data points from my strategy against you when I'm play. I'm taking notes.
Oh God. All right. So on the hackathon side, you guys see Amir and the universal ads?
So awesome. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, all right. Well,
check it out.
Let's play it. Let's video.
Ads, revolutionizing on-chain marketing. Welcome to Universal Ads, revolutionizing on-chain marketing. Launch a campaign in just 3 easy steps. Step 1, add the universal ads. Dap onto your grid or find an active one on another community member's profile and select Create Ad to begin. Step 2, fill in all the necessary information to launch your ad campaign. A title for the ad and a link to the media which you would like displayed. Step 3, launch your campaign and watch it appear across all participating members' grids, reaching far and wide across the LUKSO network, connecting advertisers with a vast network of participating users seamlessly by leveraging blockchain technology. Universal Ads allows businesses to display their ads across multiple users' grids within the LUKSO ecosystem. With just one platform, advertisers can access a global audience, while users earn rewards for hosting ads. Welcome to the future of decentralized advertising, where every ad finds its audience and every space becomes valuable. One network, infinite reach. Advertise everywhere on LUKSO. Welcome to Universal Ads.
That's cool.
I just all right, let's take that down and go back to the tweet from Amir. There you go. Yeah, super cool. I mean, I can't remember. I think it was Socrates was like, if we had 10 more Amirs on this network, great. Amir is just been shipping nonstop for the last couple of weeks.
Legit machine. Yeah. So this is the concept that.
Go ahead,
Rob. So anybody who has that on profile gets like a cut.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how Universal Ads is going to work. There's definitely a revenue sharing piece here. Oh, here we go. Here's the tweet. Pricing model is based on a system where 1 day equals 1 lux. Users who add the widget to their grid can claim 2% of this amount. In the future, we'll incorporate additional factors such as the number of followers and a reputation system to determine the price more accurately.
Wow.
So the idea would be, if you, again, I think we talked about this last week, Alts is a fairly popular grid, big influencer. If Alts takes an ad onto his grid, because he doesn't have to, if he wants to, right? And people are coming to his grid, then if people click through, he gets revenue share, which is actually great, right? Isn't that cool? I know that
it's like a fully kind of decentralized advertising where you can just kind of opt in and out at your leisure, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, I know Fawn is like huge in the digital marketing side, and I kind of put Fawn together with Heisenberger, who was thinking about something like this, and yeah, then Amir comes out right afterwards. He's like, boom, here,
bam,
with this, which is fantastic. I wish Fawn was on the stream so we could even hear. Alts, where'd you go? I can't find you. You disappeared. Metaversal is excited for this. I know it, and you love it. You're damn right. We do. This is good stuff. I mean, this is where we're trying to go. There's that tweet from Socrates. Imagine there are 10 Amirs built on LUKSO. Nonstop delivery. You're damn right. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is super cool. I hope that I'm pretty sure this was entered into the Hack Your Grid hackathon. So obviously it'll be looked at by the judges, and the code will be vetted, and they'll make a decision based upon like, is this worth granting or not? But
this will actually be a really interesting judging period, because it's a bit different than previous hackathons, where this one's like stuff on mainnet that's easily integratable already, right? So like, it'll be really interesting to see what the judges think on the submissions.
Yeah, definitely. And Alt, we were in the chat, and Clara actually gave a justification for why it should be on mainnet, because you asked,
yeah,
be on testnet, and she said, oh, okay, now I got to find it. I want to give a direct quote. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about me. I can't do two things at once.
Clara, we're patient with you.
Clara, where are you? Shut up, man. I can't find the direct quote. Effectively,
this is your last chance.
There you go. I'm waiting. Wait, you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, if you can find the quote, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. A lot quicker than you.
Yeah, I can't find it. I have no idea where that thing is. It's in the Telegram LUKSO developers, right? So if you are interested in joining that Telegram, I'll plug that too. If you're a developer writing code and you want to get in with other people writing code and ask questions and complain about things that aren't going well, there's a Telegram. Hit up Jordy Dutch.
Okay, I got it right here. Okay, so she says, hey, Alts, because this was in a reference to my question asking about, whether you can possibly launch on mainnet or testnet, and then, whatever. She says, it does need to be on mainnet, rocket emoji. The idea of this program is that we are quickly ramping up the amount of live mini dApps in our ecosystem to boost user activity, and we're also paying out 70% of the grant award immediately upon winning. So excited to see what you built. So yeah, that's a pretty awesome. Thanks for that clarification.
Oh, I see what she did. I see what you did there.
But yeah, I totally understand that. That's pretty awesome. And that's what we want to, I think, at this stage, right? Is for things to just be going live.
Yeah.
Even though it makes it way harder to get it done in that time period. But
yeah, we want as many usable applications as possible on our network. I'm sick of listening to people say, there's nothing to do on the LUKSO network. I make that tone because that's what I if someone
that's why you read
comment, that's how I'm reading it. So you know your words in my mind sound like but the more applications that are out there, the more people will engage with the network, the more people will find something that interests them, and then word of mouth will share it to the next person. So even if you don't love one mini app, you might find one that you really enjoy on the other side.
Well, the great thing about these mini apps too is they're easily shareable, right? You can easily see it on your grid. People can share it, click it, clone to theirs, and things can just spread super quickly.
Yep, share it, click it, clone it, get it going. It's all fun. It's got that viral quality to it. Just need people to build them, and it's the amount of just like throwing shit against the wall that's going on by mini app builders right now is it's elite. It's elite level shit throwing against the wall. Right? Like it's like I probably went the route of build something more complex than you have to for a mini app, right? Where like it can be much simpler and people will still enjoy it for the time being. And in fact, doesn't even need to have like a super big integration from like a security perspective. You could build a game, you could use LSP5 to track the scores that are in the game and build just like a decentralized leaderboard. So like if you built a Flappy Bird and you just wanted a verification on scores, you could just build a scoreboard that says this is the score that this user got at this time, and you could put that on chain, right? So there's a lot of ways you could go about this. A lot of interesting shit you could do. It's just a matter of getting it done at this point. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm super pumped for this universal ads thing though, because I think it has huge implications from a brand, like an actual real world asset brand perspective. You could immediately onboard businesses into people's brand, into people's grids. If you connect this idea with, I know Tonto was working on this kind of like, if I have my universal profile app on my mobile, I connect to the GPS, right? Like that, the location services of the phone. And if I'm logged in, I can see other people with universal profiles around me. Like at that point, I know John Wan is like Jonathan, head of growth at Fancy, is like, there's implications for restaurants, for all kinds of like real businesses that are not on chain yet. This could form the backbone of advertising, and then at the same time, reviews and reputations, like a decentralized Yelp. There's a lot of traction that can go on here. So while other people are trading, again, fart shit retardio coin, like we're actually like maybe bridging into like we're crossing the bridge into something that's actually pretty interesting and useful.
Maybe you can cross-reference people's holdings. That way you can see like their emoji would be like a big fart face or something, and you'd be like, okay, you know what they're about when you see them on the street.
My largest holding is the shit emoji. So here's the legend himself. Here's Amir. What's up, Amir? GM. I hope you're enjoying that coffee and getting any sleep, buddy, because you are shipping round the clock right now.
Yeah, Amir doesn't need sleep. Amir's a machine.
Oh, he's a robot. You plug him in. As long as he's near enough, it's fine.
I'm glad he's plugged into LUKSO. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I'm glad he's plugged into LUKSO too. Amir, I think, was onboarded during the build-up number 2 hackathon, right? So again, these hackathons do bring in really good builders. That's how Tonto came in. That's how AJ came in from LUKSO. Yeah. Amir says he prefers the machine. Amir, can you change the name on your profile to Amir the Machine? But yeah, every single hackathon we seem to gain 1 or 2 really good developers. If we can scale that, if this hackathon we gain 4 great developers. Like we're winning and we're starting to go out ahead. I know of a developer from the Biddle Biddle, yeah, right. So
I like that.
It's connected to Austin Griffith. It is like speedrun Ethereum, right? Good group of core developers. Valentine has, again, friends with Tonto. Valentine also has a submission here. I think it's called DISPA, which is like allows you to, in where you saw the app that had like the, I'm going to send you, Rob, 1 Lux. This one is more like a batch transfer. What if I wanted to send 10 people 1 Lux, right? It's kind of like an airdrop tool, but I think there's some extra stuff built onto that. I didn't take enough time to fully look into it. I'm just like off the top of my head, again, thinking of great developers that are out there that are working hard, that we keep onboarding little by slow.
There you are again with that little by slow.
Little by slow.
Little by slow. Why, you never heard that before?
I've never heard that. No. Is that a Boston thing?
Dude, shut up. I do. I live in Boston.
That's why I asked.
Oh man.
Oh.
Sorry, BitBoy just showed.
So the latest they lost him the other day. Did they find him?
I don't know. Look at those eyes. He's like a raccoon.
Oh. He's been coding all night too.
Well, that's what I looked like last night when I went to bed. I was like, up provider. Actually, the up provider was fine. I was having trouble decoding the metadata. So what I was really like starting to get pissed off with, and it's totally a skill issue on my end, is I just wanted to represent the logged in user as their avatar image that is stored on IPFS. And for whatever fucking reason, I could not get that done. It was pissing me off. It was pissing me off in an unhealthy manner. So you see this individual right here? That was me. That's me. This right here, this was me. So I got a good night's sleep. I feel better now. All right. What else I got queued up here that I looked at last night as like fun things, or last night, yeah, this morning as potential things to talk about. Before we transition to let's not sling mud at one another, I wanted to just make a quick little divergence and go here and say the WNBA product is going to get better and better. Juju Watkins, who's over at USC, is electric. She is a baller, right? Add her to the league with some of the other players we have right now, and these girls can just score. The one thing I have to say about female basketball, though, is it is a full contact sport. Like, why is there no foul called? Like, watch this play over again. Why does she end up on the floor? You have an extended 2-arm shove that puts her on the floor. Like, that's not a foul. Ready? Watch. Oh,
right. Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Like, why?
And then she keeps it going. That's even crazier.
Yeah, and then just buries the 3 ball. Now, again, I bring this up because, like, I'm girl dad. I'm definitely a girl dad. I have a huge respect for female sports. Juju Watkins right there. 38 points, 11 rebounds, 8 blocks, 5 assists, 6 and 9 from 3-point range, right? I mean, that's a stat line, Alts, as you know.
Yeah.
Right. Girl is good. Girl is super good. Yeah. So here, let me take that down. Let's go back to the 3 view. All right. So I do want to mention this. Last night, we had another, I'm going to call you out for being an extractor moment in the community. How do you guys feel about that? You're both so nice. Neither anything controversial. You're going to wait for me to say something.
I mean, I think it really needs to be extreme to call it out on Twitter, you know? Like, there's such a gray area of like, what's an extractor? What's not an extractor? What brings value to the chain? What doesn't? Like, if you have someone who's very obviously out there just pulling money, running away, all right, that's one thing. But
Yeah, I mean, it's all relative, right? Like what one person might value, somebody else might not. But yeah, an extractor is, if that's your main focus, I don't really see anybody on our chain doing that. It's more like, I would say other chains like Solana are built for that. As ours is just a different dynamic in general. So yeah, I have more leeway with that for sure.
Yeah. I said that, I'm going to be I'm going to say what I want, but I'll be kind about it. Right. So I'm going to bring up unabashedly what we're talking about right now, because this is not meant to flame an individual. This is more like, hey, community, we got to be kind. One thing I said about this is like, you really have to, like, no one stays clean in a mudslinging fight, right? Like, and if you've never heard that cliche before, think about it. When we start throwing mud, everybody's getting some mud on them. So if you take it from the perspective of the second that you start, here's another cliche. This was a former coach that I used to work with said this: the second I point one finger at you, 3 fingers point back at me, right? And like, that's a problem. And we have to really think about that before we start taking to the timeline, calling people names.
But that's a gun. That's a gun you're pointing. That's not.
Yeah, well, think about it.
Do you point like that? I point with my thumb folded down.
How the hell do you point? Like
that, yeah.
Then I get 3 still pointing at me, Alts.
Well, but you're pointing 2 at them that way.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. I didn't mean to take the Lord.
My bad.
I don't want you. All right. So anyway, so Fabian says, why have some NFT and token projects on LUKSO not edited their grid yet? Guys, takes 10 minutes and it will become your homepage for the future. Place to give your user activity using mini apps. And he calls out Fabs and Lixbabo and Platties. Now, Fabian's tweet isn't really, Fabian's just saying, hey, use the grid. Totally understandable. Completely get it. I'm fine with that. It's totally fine. Right. What I will say is maybe those projects just haven't gotten around to it. Right. Maybe the people, their computer blew up, or they went in the hospital, or, a meteor hit their house. You have no idea why they didn't do it. It's fine. You can make any post you want on the internet. My good buddy Leadfoot just said, because they only exist to extract value out of our ecosystem, there's no interest in contribution. Whew. That's where I went, whoa, pump the brakes, dude. There's no need to, this is where I bring up the mudslinging fight. Now, Leadfoot, we know, has contributed a lot to the community. Guy's been around. He was one of the few people who has ever issued assets on L14. The guy went out of his way to figure out how to issue assets on a proof of authority blockchain that nobody really did.
Yeah.
So truthfully, Leadfoot has earned all the reputation he has in the community. He works with the district. The guy is pushing boundaries in a lot of ways. Maybe he just had a moment where he was feeling a little spicy and he popped it out there. So again, I didn't call him an asshole, just said pump the brakes. Immediately goes, advice taken. It's fine. I think that this is actually a productive way to go about the conversation. I actually don't mind having disagreement, right? In real life, do you guys have disagreements with your friends and family?
Never.
No, they always succumb to my will.
Yeah.
They're not willing to debate for 8 hours like I am. So they just like, you're right. Okay.
Sweet feels. Don't mind me just dodging mud shrapnel over here.
Mud shrapnel.
Hilarious.
Collateral damage.
Hilarious. But what was that? Someone got somewhere.
A reminder. Just remind. No, I got about a half hour, and then I got a call I can't miss. But yeah.
All right. Anyway, I like some of the replies underneath, and I'm surfacing them because, like, we're all yelling into the echo chamber of Twitter at times, or X, or Twixer. I don't know what you want to call it. And like, it's important to gain people's perspectives. Like, you can't just assume where people are coming from. So like, Metaversal goes, I think a lot of people came to LUKSO for the NFTs, but they have a difficult time understanding that it's just the tip of the iceberg. Most people don't bother to look beneath the surface. Fine. Great. Thank you. Sharing your opinion. This is a big open forum. Free speech is great. Let's do it in a respectful fashion. Appreciate you. Sleepy sign. We're waiting until we have our 3D model finished and a few other things ready. I don't want to prematurely create it and not have it look as intended. Right. But soon, and Alts, that's to your point. You didn't want to launch a hackathon project before you had the ability to really polish it. Right.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I just say it's kind of relative, because everybody, has different standards of their standards, you know, or a different approach, you know, it might just depend. Actually, I don't remember who said it in that same thread, but somebody had mentioned or basically commented as well that like, you know, some projects have different approaches to onboarding people, like, and that's why like something like Bobo or Fobs, it's like they're appealing to other people outside of the NFT game that are doing it on other chains, and so it's like we need those things as well, right? It's just kind of an ecosystem, so we kind of want a bit of everything, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. I think we also really want to be sensitive. So Harry is one of the founders of Platies, and Platies is like cool collection launched on chain. I have a bunch of them. I know you guys have a bunch of them too. And this is like his honest thoughts. He's just like, hey, grid's not been a top priority while we've been killing ourselves to try to fund the next phase of the project that we intended to be a free giveaway. Right? Because like, this is the thing, Alt, you and I met with Harry a long time before they even launched it. And we said, the second you launch a project, you now have a whole bunch of people who are staring at you saying, when utility? And you like a million baby birds with their mouth open crying. And like, you can be the most well-intentioned founder. You can have the greatest plans ever, but market conditions could completely come up and bite you in the ass. Right. And then you're in this waiting period and you're like, well, how do I fulfill this roadmap, this vision, this idea? And that's why I was like, in a mudslinging fight, let's not like point at each other. Let's show some empathy for the market's really taken a turn for many, many projects we did not expect. The tooling is just coming online. Let's just be patient, right? Like, why are we pointing at each other, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted to highlight that, not because anybody is doing anything wrong per se, but like, let's show some empathy. And Lord knows, you know, I bitch at the team when I'm like, show some empathy for the holders and like communicate with us. Tell us what's going on. Like, we're big boys and girls. We can handle it, but you just need to like, let us know what's going on. If you're developing a plan, then tell us. We're developing a plan. And then, you know what? We're all going to be like, oh, okay, they're developing a plan. Let's have a conversation and hive mind this thing.
Well, I like the hive mind thing too, like you said, because it's kind of more about like shifting the energy to where we can all be supportive and kind of fostering that culture, right? Because that's, I mean, we're still pretty small, even though we're a super active community compared to, you know, most ghost chains out there that are just have fake numbers. Like, not a lot of us, but we're active, you know, and we want to support each other. So I think we can keep building on that for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to highlight this one, not because I'm trying to like, I don't want to make anyone feel bad. And let's be friends. Let's like work together, talk about things together, be gentlemen to each other. Let's not be assholes, right? I'm sure you guys agree.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know you agree. All right. Anything you find super interesting here that exists out on the interwebs?
I just dropped a link in the chat there.
Oh, you did? Oh, right there in the private chat. Right there in the private chat. Did you drop the universal ads? Is that the link you dropped?
No.
I think you dropped the wrong link.
I might have dropped the wrong link. Hang on.
Yeah.
Well, just bear with me.
Yeah, no worries. How are you guys feeling about Vitalik saying something that's a little out of pocket about communism? You guys catching up with that at all?
I saw it. I didn't really understand the context behind it.
Give us a recap of that. I saw some stuff.
Isn't it something that he said like a long time ago as a joke, and he was bringing it back up?
There's a culture war in Ethereum right now. You know, in only if any community understands it, it's LUKSO. When the price, when the token is not behaving in a way that is number go up, everybody starts pointing fingers at each other as to why. And then Vitalik, obviously being the head of the project, he's going to catch the most heat. Now, some of it can be warranted. Vitalik is like a huge supporter of public goods funding. He's kind of hands off, like he believes in this kind of, he's got certain beliefs, and you can, because this is a very monetary, like space driven around obviously money, then you get a situation where there's going to be other interests that might not be interested in public goods funding that would have a much different way that they want to run things, right? And Vitalik, it gets deep. Vitalik took on, there's a PFP project called Miladies. Like are you guys aware of that? Milady? Yeah. And it's kind of like as David Phelps,
yeah, of course,
like edgelord kind of free speech. We're gonna say awful things, like punks, right? And honestly, just we're gonna be in your face about the things that we're gonna say because we believe in it exposes this very important conversation. And those people say even more out of pocket shit than maybe the punks do. And going back a few weeks ago, Vitalik changed his PFP to Milady to a Milady. And then there's a tweet, I won't pull it up now, but he basically like used the word, basically in a nutshell said like, communism is good. And people are like freaking out about it, trying to cancel him because of it. And that's in the nutshell what's going on in that culture war. Like, let's cancel Vitalik because he's not making number go up enough for us. And Ethereum has alignment problems. And why are we scaling to L2s when we should be building the base layer? And why don't we have a better foundation lead? And you insert the complaint there. Just remove Ethereum and put LUKSO. And
that's why it's kind of funny to watch it play out because it's like we just went through all that and we're seeing now them go through the same thing. And it's like, I mean, it's not like it's Ethereum's $80, and it's just kind of going sideways and people just losing their minds.
Well, I mean, it's a tough market to be in right now. It kind of hurts.
Yeah, but if you look at there's so many big entities stacking a lot of Ethereum right now. So like, I don't know if I was that was my main ecosystem, I'd be feeling it just fine. It wouldn't worry me too much. But yeah, we know how people are. Yeah,
for sure. All right, so I got your tweet shared up there now. What do you want to say about this?
No, it just kind of just plays into what we're just talking about, really. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious to hear your thoughts and as kind of Fabian's, I don't know, you could say approach or narrative or perspective kind of shifts a little bit now. As more things come online, we might kind of see a different, I don't know, just a different vibe in general.
Right. So Fabian for years, and if you've gotten into if you're like close to me, is sometimes I'll get in and be like, can someone take his goddamn Twitter away from him? Break his phone. Because like he's been a wet blanket. Every time we get a little momentum, he's like, oh, the price is going up. Just like, let me take a steaming dump on the community sentiment. And that goes back to the RICO. When the RICO ended, do you remember that? Hey guys, be careful. The price might moon. I think you're
That's what we're hoping for.
I think you're missing that everyone wants that. Yeah. Sweet feels. To be fair, what Fabian said is probably a very polite way of asking Provis to build out the grid. Yes, you're absolutely right. Sweet. He's being polite German and saying, hey, you haven't touched your grid. Do it. So people interpreted this tweet from Fabian as like a bullish tweet, which I didn't read it as a bullish tweet straight out. But he is for the first time actually discussing token price in a semi-positive way, which he says all the time. I can't discuss it. And when he's saying all we need is the overall market move to improve and a bit of attention and things will change very quickly. I've crossed the sea of despair with LUKSO. Right. Like I was on the shore on one side, like we are never getting there, man. We are never, ever getting there. I can't believe that I've spent this much time believing in this project. And I've crossed that sea of despair. I'm on the other side. I'm like, I have, just because I was too early doesn't mean I was wrong. Like this we have a more active community. I'm going to say this, and then for every person that's going to get in my comments and call me an asshole or an idiot, you can just go and, put it up your ass, right? It's we actually have a very engaged and active community, more so than so many of these chains that are out there. The only thing that those chains had were people who are relentlessly airdrop farming. Like, yeah, I'm a Barra Ooga Booga. And then the second you give me my tokens, I'm out on your ass. Or like you just name it. And that's all they're doing is airdrop farming. Here, there's no airdrop farming. If we have 100 people, which someone will get in my tweets later and be like, oh, there's 100 people that are active every day. Yeah, there's 100 people that are active every day. You know how hard that is to do for any project? Get 100 people that will show up every day for you and ride or die with you. That is very difficult to do. So yeah, there's that. So anyway, audiences were listed in the top 4. What do you say?
4 of the top 11.
4 of the top 11.
Which they're all in the bottom half. You know? You want to get like maybe number 7 there would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately for the LUKSO project here, they attracted people like us early on who are part of the US market, right? So we onboarded lots of people who are part of the US market. There weren't a lot of Germans who were taken to the internet being like, oh yeah, LUKSO's the best in hosting spaces and talking to their NFT projects. Those were Americans and Australians, a lot of Australians too, who got together and did this. And then we never got access to the liquidity to expand that pool. We just died on the vine. And that is that is a God's honest truth. That is a God's honest truth. And now that's what we need. Like you said, we need a number 7 or number 3. Reason? Because then that's going to gain access to this entire market that we're not even close to. Right? Like that, not even close to. This entire market that is just fenced out from being able to get easy access to LUKSO. I know like people use KuCoin with a VPN, but is that even possible still? Is that possible? That is a question. Answer it. Damn it.
Haven't tried.
Yeah.
And yeah,
sorry, my internet dipped out. I didn't hear the question.
Is it even possible to still use KuCoin from the United States? I don't think so, right?
Not right now, no.
Yeah, right. And you can use Gate.io and get slaughtered with fees if you want. That's wicked fun.
No, more crypto that time.
I'm going to throw this up here because Heisenberger said it. And this is not an attack on anyone, but we need to make Europe great again as well. Right? Oh, not mindset. Right here. It's the Europoor mindset. Right? Like, what is Europe doing? Why can't Europe just like join the capitalist, like join capitalism that's flourishing other places in the world? Like, I do not understand it. I do not understand it. And then Heisenberger tried twice to get in there, and then said, "Sorry, my fingers are tired." And then Jack said, "There's Uphold in the U.S., but pricing is still bad, but it's an option." And you're right, right? Or you could use Rocket Exchange, but again, if you're using Rocket Exchange, then you still have to have access somewhere, and it's still not the best. It's not easy. You know, it's not making it so my neighbor or my friend who how many of us have a goddamn friend that you have pink pilled the shit out of and they believe in LUKSO, but they can't buy the token because they have 0 ability on chain. None. Huge skill issue. And this is where I'm going to enter. And if you come at me right now and say, yeah, but you can download the universal profile extension and you can get through Ramp or Transact, you can get all the tokens you want. You know what? You obviously do not understand what we are talking about. I'm not trying to fund my account with 1 token. We're looking like people want to buy an allocation of the token to stake and support. You don't do that through Transact, right? You know what I mean? Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I have a host of friends that are just bigger players that just don't mess. They don't mess with that shit. They'll play on the big exchanges and they'll trade the stocks and whatever coins and tokens are available on their big exchanges. They won't venture outside of that. So that's like they're ready and they can't wait to get a LUKSO allocation when it shows up on a Coinbase or a Kraken, but it's until then, there's a lot of people like that we just won't on board, you know.
Yeah, right. Here, Sweet Feels just says, just lend us Trump for a week or two. Yeah, I mean, well, that's it. And you know, it's the problem with like this organic ecosystem that LUKSO has, which again will be its strength in the long run, but early on, they did not get a choice to who's going to be their community and who's going to take their flag and run with it. And it happened to be people in locales that they did not want to have access to the token. But KuCoin got hacked, and then those tokens went out on Uniswap, and people like us got a little bit of exposure, and where otherwise we would have been on the outside looking in. And we said, you know what? This is a great project. Let's help them. And then we went and we did Twitter Spaces, and we onboarded a lot of English speaking community and a lot of American people through different projects. We were out there talking about it all the time. And like, the community isn't in life. It's not always what you want. It's what you get. So you could have wanted one group of people, but you didn't get them. You got another group of people. And now you have to figure out some way to honor the group of people that you have. And that's been like a huge issue. Lucian, Fancy, like, I know you know this, but I'm just saying it again. Like, thank God that you're around now, because like you have a perspective on this. It's just what is going on. Like, we have a bunch of people that you didn't anticipate. You've got to honor those token holders, because those are the ones who are literally going to run across the field with swords for you, in that medieval sense. You know what I mean? God, when I start ranting, I don't even know where I go. Just, it ends up being a black hole of rant.
Good rant.
Heisenberger says freedom. Yeah, I was thinking Braveheart. That's exactly right.
You said free doom.
Freedom to bridge.
The bridge.
The bridge is going to actually make it so crypto native people could start to get in, but it still doesn't solve the problem of my dad, who uses Coinbase and would love to purchase some LUKSO tokens, because I've told him about it 9,000 times, including at breakfast yesterday. He's not going to get any. There's no chance. There's no on-ramp. And again, if you say transact to me, look at my face is going to contort in a really ugly fashion. Just know that. I'm going to drink some coffee and give some airtime.
Pregnant pause time.
Pregnant pause.
Yeah, when we used to do late night GM, and we'd actually make this sound just to with no liquid. Oh, Sweet Feels, if I could find you in real life right now, I might slap you with the bony part of my hand. Good fun. All right. Alt, you got about how much time left before you got to jump off?
20 minutes. I got a dip.
20 minutes. You got to dip. I'm wondering. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, maybe it's a good time to hit you with a couple of jokes.
Yeah, do it, man. Let's get it going.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is Valentine's Day, so maybe, talk about that. So where do you find love in a grocery store? I'll be there for you.
Oh my God. That might be one of the worst.
That is one of the worst. I was trying to find the worst possible one. So why do melons?
This went down 20%.
Wait.
Why do melons get married in a church?
Why do melons get married in a church?
Yeah.
Oof. Alt.
Perfect. Hit my target.
Why do melons get married in a church?
Because they can't elope.
Jesus.
They can't elope.
Good.
Can't elope.
Yeah.
You are something else.
Why are only girls born on Valentine's Day? Because there's no mail delivery on holidays.
When you search for these jokes, do you look up worst jokes?
I try to find the worst possible ones that are out there. It takes a while because most of them are way better than this.
You're doing a good job.
The most.
But I did
Yeah,
a
go
good
ahead.
thing today, though. I did get up early and I went to the blood bank and I donated blood. It may not be the best Valentine's Day present I could give, but it came from the heart.
Came from the heart. Heisenberg wants to know: are these GPT generated?
I chat with GPT as well, but most of those are even. You don't even want to hear those. They're even worse.
Oh,
They are
it
even
feels-
worse.
Oh, my soul hurts.
But what is the best part of Valentine's Day?
The chocolate.
Bam, bingo. The day after when all the candy's half off.
Oh yeah, right. You're absolutely right about that. I still think the most out of pocket joke you ever said was the one about the orphans. Like that one.
that one had me dying. Yeah.
I was dying. I was dying. Hey, if you ever feel bad, you can punch an orphan. They don't have a parent that can tell on you two or something like that. I was like, oh my god. Like, oh,
but it's also true. That's why it's funny.
It's also true. That's why it's funny. Oh my god, you're terrible. Hey, Lux Seals. Right. This is the alpha. Look at Fabian jumping in there. Findura.
Nice.
Findura buying some fish. I was chatting with Madsky the other day, and the one thing I have to say about Lux Seals is Madsky's out there just grinding on this constantly. And they got RFI, the AI agent seal. I'm really interested to see like what happens here. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. What do you guys think?
No, they're doing some cool stuff.
It's cool. I don't.
People laughing because they're finding Elsa's jokes funny.
The delay on the terrible jokes.
I don't know enough about Lux Seals. What's the TLDR?
I don't know either. I just any project that's willing to get out there and just keep grinding at it day over day. Yeah. I'm in on. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. He's always all over the chat.
Yeah, Florian is also picked up some fish
token. I know it has some interesting utility.
Well, fish you feed RFI, and that will help. That'll help. Pay for the tokens for the AI agent, which is pays for itself, which is important. Actually, Amir says ask RFI. Like, what is fish? Anybody want to throw that up? Where can I find RFI so we can ask RFI real quick?
Go to the Lux Seals Twitter page. I bet it's there.
You think? Oh yeah, Lux Seals Twitter page. Where are you? Oh, interesting.
I thought we got a near project moment for a second there.
Wrong window. I'm not sure I'm licking a fish. Just
yeah, you'd rather just stab it in the brain.
Yeah, well, I'm just putting it out of its misery. All right, RFI, where are you, my friend? Oh, there we go. RFI agent. RFI Lux Seals Club. We'll get there. We're gonna get there. Oh, here we go. Let's ask RFI. What do we want to ask RFI today, friends?
What's the alpha?
I don't know. I'm connecting my.
Tell us about fish.
What's the fish alpha?
If it then charges me, if it's like, hey, it costs you fish, I'm gonna be like, son of a bitch. Okay, ready? What is the fish alpha? And we're asking. Here's the alpha. 500 million fish, airdrop supply of 200 million fish, pooled supply of 250 million fish, 50 million fish for early adopters, team members, and giveaways. Fish will be essential for various utilities in the LUKSO ecosystem. And it will be, notice how I put LUKSO in there. It wasn't there. That was me ad-libbing. And it will be used for lots of services, including potential future mints and transactions. It's like the fuel for Lux Seals. So holding it is key if you want to be part of the action. Get those fish, bruh. Did that answer any of your questions?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Who is Amir?
Whoa.
Who is Amir? Would it know? And the answer is, oh, look at that.
Huh.
Amir is my dad, my papa.
Who is Alts? Oh, Amir's got Giga Chad vibes.
Giga Chad vibes.
Does RFI know who Alts is?
God damn it, Fawn. Ruining the search tab for alts.
Alts, you are
alt account.
Alts, you are just pixels in the metaverse, in the multiverse. They're involved with MetaHeads and KEEZ and co-host the Wrap Up and New Standards podcast. Here are some links.
So that's all the stuff on my profile.
Let's see. Who is Madsky?
Fawn, if you're watching this, change that to Fawn something besides alt. Fawn version 2 or something.
Fawn version 2.
She got 2 Fawn alt accounts. Wow.
All right. So, damn it. I got to zoom out so I can get this entire. Madsky is a key figure in the LUKSO ecosystem and father of RFI. He's known for his blockchain expertise and technical acumen. Madsky plays a vital role in developing algorithms and tools that enhance trading strategies and on-chain analysis of the LUKSO network. Super smart and helpful in the guiding direction of projects in the space. GigaChat energy. What I need, I'm not going to ask who Ethalorian is because I know what it's going to say. Handsome Adonis-like figure. Brain so large it bursts out of his skull.
I think it might say too beefy to windsurf.
Too beefy. Stabber of fish in brain.
Oh, shit.
You know what? I guess we're gonna do this. We'll swap. We're gonna buy some fish. We're gonna do it right now. You know why? We're gonna buy some fish because we can.
I just front run you.
Let's buy 10 Lux of fish. There we go. Swap it up. Confirm that swap.
Swippy swap.
We're going to do it right now. Bam. Look at that. We're doing it because we can, not because we have to. Long click. Come on, man. Give me the long click to confirm. What the hell's going on here? Pissing me off.
So I did look at the near chart. They're up 8% today.
8%? Good God.
Yeah. So it pays to expose yourself.
I don't know what's going on here. For whatever reason, it's like I'm not allowing you to long click to confirm. Probably because I have 75 tabs open. Something is going wrong somewhere. All right. Know that I will be purchasing this fish soon. So if you front run me, I'm just going to check this social tab. Damn it, Rolex.
I mean, literally getting front run live on stream.
I'm getting front run.
I love it.
I
love it.
All right. Well, apparently fish is where it's at. Look at all these guys just jumping fish right now. Oh, there he is. There's Findura. There he is. Lavish Monk again, buying more chill. This is once again one of the coolest features of the LUKSO blockchain is you can't shitcoin trade without me knowing about it. Going full and on. Damn it! Now I feel like I need to buy fish, or people are gonna front run me more. All right, let's swap it out again. Come on, give me some fish. For all you people who are watching this, it's very, very entertaining to watch me buy fish. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
All right, we're going to try this one more time. If it doesn't work, it's going to have to happen after the stream. And ready, let's share this tab. Ooh, long click to confirm. Look at this. It's not letting me do it. Stupid extension. That's it. I'm out.
Wait, let's scroll up a bit. So maybe, yeah, I was gonna make sure your controller has gas or whatever.
Oh, dude, I got plenty. I have my own controller.
Yeah, you're using your own. See, there you go, buddy.
All right, here we go.
Prioritize that shit.
Brian buying some fish. Doing it now. Okay. Unfortunately, it dropped off my. Unfortunately, I got to share my screen back. Damn it, son of a gun. And
all right, fuck this, I'm out.
fuck this, I'm done. Here we go. Bringing it back. And add this to stage. Oh, we got it. It's been a successful.
Boom.
We go
Can't
to the
front run you anymore.
You ain't gonna front run me. Oh, it's not even gonna show me though, because it would then show me, which I don't follow me.
It should show you, shouldn't it?
Maybe it will.
Yeah, just new transaction. It might just take a sec.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, 150,000 fish.
Big
All right.
spender.
Now I'm gonna immediately provide liquidity for the fish.
Put that shit to work.
Put it to work right away. Let's go with I don't want to create a new pool. All right, I'm not going to do this on I don't want to think that hard.
20 minutes.
I don't want to think that hard. And you guys, this is not exciting.
Each can only do one thing at a time.
Oh, Rocks.
Roxy. Rockstar. Good to see you, Rox.
Yeah, this is kind of cool, isn't this super cool?
Yeah, I mean this chain is social. It's pretty social.
Pretty social. You know what? While we're doing a tour of while we got a few minutes here, why don't we do a tour of some of the applications that are here? See if I can't spend more of my money. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, just spending my money. I should log in with the universal standards profile that I just created, because then I couldn't spend any money. I haven't funded it yet
because there's nothing in there yet.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Paige, what's going on here today? Let's discover.
So there's a drop going live here in a bit.
All right, let's discover. Ooh, how do you say this? Leocidro. How do you say that? Do you know?
I think I would agree with you as a guess.
Leocidro. You know what?
Leocidro.
I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm whitelisted for purchasing LQPT. Oh, it's not live. It's not live. Can't get it. Damn it. One cool thing though is look. I love how Universal Page says the social mint. Anyone on this screen right now, you'd see that they're here.
Yeah, that's cool.
We'll go to the Dinoverse one that's going live here in a bit. There's a few people hanging out in there.
Dinoverse is up? Where's that?
Well, it's right next to the one you just clicked on.
Oh, hey, Alt. Welcome to the show, baby. Welcome to the show.
Is that for everybody or is it a whitelist?
I think it's just
I don't know.
Free
I think
mint.
it's open, but
I don't know. It doesn't say whitelist. Would it say it here? I just don't engage enough anymore. Oh, yeah. Wait, you can type in these boxes?
Just start typing, yeah.
Way cool. Oh, super. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. I haven't done this in a long time. I have not been a active NFTer lately.
There we go. I'll let everybody know they're on the live stream.
Oh, that's awesome. So cool. Welcome to the show.
We'll call them out. Etrop, Rip, XOXO, Sazo, Anonymous, Bitwizard.
Bitwizard tried to hide. You can't hide from
Yeah. We found you, Bitwizard. Jim.
That went down here. No way. I'm not a part of this. All right. While I'm sitting here banging my head against the screen later, I might actually, I might do some minting. Interesting. All right. Let's see what I want. You know what I wanted to check is, guys, how do you feel about creeps? I haven't looked at these in a while. These are super cool. Vector is like an interesting.
Yeah,
human.
Vector's art is cool.
Interesting human. I wanted to see Apex deities. I was really interested at like what.
I hear those are hard to come by.
Yeah.
I heard the floor is getting out of control on those. 240.
Wow. Is that just that's just the base one too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
240, and that's not even.
Wait,
Cool.
how can you tell the different
metadata
rankings?
here?
Right. But does it? Can you go back? Can you like browse by those categories?
Yeah.
The
I'm
different
sure.
tiers, right? Yeah. What's the floor on A tier?
What's the floor on A tier?
You got to take off high-low first, I think.
I gotta take off high-low.
Or just click the X.
Attributes.
Oh, no.
Yep, not gonna happen. I don't know why.
What's the activity look like?
Probably 0. These things aren't changing hands. Oh,
Somebody bought one a couple.
yeah, Cat did
LUKSO Cat,
17 days ago. G Bear is like, he might regret that. Garage Bear.
Yeah.
I actually own 4 of these because when AJ first sold them, I was like, you know what? I'm going to help bootstrap this thing because the guy's a solid builder. So I actually bought 5 and I gave one away. Yo, Presto, what's up, bud? Got
Yo,
popping through. I got 4 of these things. I think they're pretty cool. I got Hades, Odin, I got Ra, the sun god, and I got Shanti. And I had Zeus, but I gave Fabso a really good price on it.
I remember the colored versions of these that came out. Your raw one was really cool.
Yeah, the raw is really cool.
Yeah.
I still need to print my color version of mine and put it up on the wall.
Yeah, I like the black and white. I'm thinking about actually getting these out, framing them up, and putting there. I dig the Cubist art, and Odin is actually
It's awesome. Yeah,
I really resonate with Odin as like, put out his eye to gain knowledge, right?
yeah.
Gave an eye to gain knowledge. So it's like, yeah, how many dumb decisions can I make in the pursuit of knowledge in my life that only cause me pain and suffering? I'm laughing at my own pain and suffering, guys. All right. Well, while we're here, one thing I love about Universal Page is actually the fact that this thing started as a social kind of, when Jake first launched it, it was just like we talk about, the standards are the standards. The blockchain is the blockchain, but you can build different views into the blockchain. And Universal Page was actually just like one of the first views, even before Universal everything was like a thing, in a view into the blockchain where you could customize your profile. So here we've got the top traders. These guys are legends. I really don't know how they get out there and they're constantly involved. Yeah. How many NFTs can you own, right? Someday, Commissar Senua, I don't know. I don't even know if you pronounce it that way, owns 409 collections. Legend. Long on the ecosystem, this guy. And let's click in. Let's see if they've got a Universal Page we can get to.
All right. Well, on that note, I actually got a split.
No, you don't. No,
I do.
No, you don't have to.
No.
I can't miss this call.
No.
They will kill me.
All right. Well,
how much longer are you guys gonna be going?
Not long. I'm just like on this page. The only thing I was going to show after this is Defolio, because I don't feel like people have visited Defolio enough, and I just want to make sure people get a sense for what that thing is.
Agreed. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your show, fam. Enjoy your Friday. Have a good weekend.
Okie dokie.
All right, guys.
Peace out. So again, kind of cool here, Rob, right? It's pulling all my metadata. This is my header image. This is my profile image. I haven't been here in a long time though, so like I'm struggling to find my actual U page.
Should be that one, yeah.
There it is. Boom. Here we go. I got just a custom.
Curated.
Yep, another curated profile. I kind of like it. This one looks cool, right?
Yeah.
And
it never took off as much as it should have too, because it looks really cool.
Yeah, for sure. But you can see kind of the cool stuff that I've collected over time. Honorary chill whales. This one right here. This one was given to me by Presto and Boost and the team. Which, again, that's my spirit animal for sure. If you know me, I thought this one was one of the hardest whales out there.
I like that one.
Yeah, you couldn't pry this from my dead hands.
What's it say on the shirt?
It says chill.
Chill.
I love just the Cuban chain with the bunny ears. Big fan of that one.
For sure.
And if you notice, even though the punks are outrageous, I kind of love what they kind of, on some levels, I dig the art, man. Right.
Yeah,
and I do stand up for free speech. So I am,
absolutely.
I definitely hold punks. This one is the whale that I bought that is like the whale that I'm never giving up either. And this has got the alien skin, and look at that cool mustache with the pink.
Yeah, that is fire, as they say, as the kids say, it's fire.
Fire. This one's pretty cool too. And then
bowler hat.
Yeah, I got a couple bowler hats that I purchased. Again, Alts and I have myself, Audrey, and Chella. We actually have stuff cooking for MetaHeads. We've been holding on to it for way too long, but we've been holding on to it until there was a place where we could actually display it in an appropriate fashion and make it fun for people. And the grid actually provides the opportunity to do that. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah. So we actually reworked this thing that we had specifically for the grid. We're just waiting for it to come back from the developers that worked on it. So kind of excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I'm not going to give more away.
Just a little?
Yeah, you can get wrecked. This is again, loving the mustache on these guys. But
for sure.
Cool. You can see I support a lot of different things here.
Got lots of orbs.
Yeah, why not? Right? Orbs. I got Fabs tokens. I got randoms things, Platties, KEEZ rings, Brent whales, fancy panthers. Yeah, now we're just like going down. The cool thing about this is, again, you can update the metadata right through your U page because we're just building views into the blockchain. And one thing I wanted to highlight here is actually Defolio. Let's see if I can pull it up.
It's cool to show it side by side. Like you had universal swaps, your profile for universal swaps, universal page, universal everything. It's cool it'd be cool if we had a graphic that really showed those all side by side.
Yeah, that would be awesome. This is actually here. I'll open the DApp for Defolio. Wow, Heisenberger, that's actually lightning quick, bro. Mm-hmm. That has really that's pretty awesome. Let's see. Tuesday just said he submitted his second project. What a grind. That's 2 hackathon projects. What we're talking about. We're just like shooting out multiple submissions, and that makes this super exciting because you can just, again, throw shit against the wall, see what sticks. If people adopt it, it's great. If they don't, then so what? Move on, get another one. Tuesday, long time. Tuesday actually put together, if you remember, in build up number 2, an entire real world asset integration with a phone, right? So like you could scan the RFC chip and then link that real world asset with an asset on chain. He built like that was a fantastic project. I think over time, a lot of people in the community have just kind of like burnt out waiting for this token to go up. But there's a lot of really talented people and interesting people in this community. So I'm glad to see Tusi still hanging around. Really appreciate you, man. And like, yeah, what a grind for sure.
For sure. It's great to have another hackathon going. It's exciting. Yeah.
Oh man, Tusi says, man, I love that ETH is doing streams again. Hey, me too. I really needed to have an outlet. So I appreciate that you find it at all entertaining. And what we tried to do when we were talking about doing this, Tusi, is actually just like, let's strip all the formality out of it. Let's all the overproduction, all that shit, that really just wastes our time and makes it hard to be sustainable. And instead, let's just show up and talk LUKSO or other things that interest us and try to provide good vibes around this thing.
In other words, it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Presto, appreciate you. Me too. This is good vibes. Exactly. That's all we're trying to do. And again, I'm going to ping it again. I'm going to say it again. This is an open invite on stage. If anyone ever wants to join us and just shoot the breeze, talk about some stuff, get some stuff off their chest, like come on over and send me a DM. I'll send you the link and we'll get you right up here. This platform makes it super easy. It is not free though. So this does cost money. That's all I'll say.
Hit that tip button, folks.
Yeah. I won't beg for that at the moment, but like, I'm happy to pay for it right now. Hopefully the community at some point could support at least the expenditure it takes to run this tooling, because it isn't cheap. We are going to run this tooling that we're efforting to use this subscription and this tooling to live stream the event from Denver that myself and Alts and Kriegel will be at. So hopefully we can get the live stream of the panels from LUKSO Day in Denver so you guys can actually participate chat. We can do some commentary in between panels. We can kind of let it run for a while and get some community engagement. I think that'll be super fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. As someone who's never at those conferences, I always want to see what's going on. It'll be cool.
Sweet feels. Yep, love the vibe in this format. I love that you guys can chat and I can throw it up on the screen. Really appreciate that too. It's super cool. It's super cool. Love that you guys are showing up. So anyway, looking at Defolio, I don't think people realize like really what's possible with Defolio here. Again, is like, when I come down again, Defolio is pulling my profile. Look at this, super slick. It's got this nice light and dark mode. Right. I'm keeping light mode because it's the front light on my face, but I'm not a psychopath. I usually operate in dark mode. There's dark mode and then psychopath, which is light mode. If you use light mode, you are a psychopath. I'm calling you that. What's cool is you can send assets from here, including a batch transfer, which some people probably don't even realize. I mean, look how fast this index is. Right now, if I want to, I could grab Rob.
Yeah, there we go.
I could say, hey, Rob, I'm going to send you some chill because you are a chill guy. So why don't we do this? Why don't we send Rob 10 chill? 7 cents, Rob. Enjoy it.
It's all right.
I'm also going to send you.
Appreciate the Valentine.
I'm going to send you a Lux because I love you on Valentine's Day as well. And then.
We got a 0 there.
Yeah. There we go. And let's add another recipient because we can do this from Defolio, which is kind of cool. So, you know what? Let's see if I can find Sweet Feels on here. Sweet Feels, boom. Appreciate you, homie. So we're going to send you a Lux as well.
Always positive.
We're going to send you a Lux, and I'm going to send you also.
Heisenberg. Hope it works. Sometimes the bugs.
Yeah, Heisenberg, either this is going to work smashingly or it's going to be. I'm just not sure which one it's going to be. We're going to send you 10 chill as well. All right, ready? Let's try it. Let's confirm it. We're coming up. I'm logged out of my goddamn extension. Let me log back in. Boom, logging in.
So everyone you add to this gets that same quantity.
Well, I mean, I could choose. I could have. We could do custom. I just chose that. So, like, if I want to, I can send anything I want. So let's long click
just
to confirm.
One big transaction.
Yeah.
So is that like gas saving?
Good question. I don't know. That would be a question for Heisenberger. I don't.
Is that gas saving to batch transactions?
I wasn't even paying attention to the gas spent, but transaction successful. So we just hit Rob up with 2 assets, and we just hit Sweet Feels up with 2 assets, all done from Defolio. This is something I really just don't think people even understand what's available, right? And that's super cool, right? Like, if you're not going, he says now go to activity.
Go to activity.
Hey,
there it is.
Right? You can even see the fish that I have. You can see, look at this. This is actually indexing my followers too, like the people that I am involved with, which is actually super cool. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
that's the fish you just bought down there.
Yeah.
You just swapped. Yeah.
It even's pulling my another place where I can represent these assets, which is super cool. Look at these. Hey, look at this blue bean. Big fan of blue beans.
Yeah.
KEEZ rings, orbs, my universal page name. I'm tempted to do something really wild right now. Can I send an NFT from here? I probably can, right?
I don't know.
Look at this sexy barista, right?
It's a good one.
Can I send it from here?
He says yes.
Oh, he says yes. Not right from the screen, though. You can't do that. It would have to go on the send screen. That's where it'd have to be. Regardless, this is super cool. So let's keep surfing it, right? So I've got the gear up here, which look at this. I can once again update the metadata. We're once again showing another view into the blockchain. You don't have to go to Universal Everything to update this information. You can do it through, we've showed you universal page now. Now we're showing you Defolio. Any developer that wants to build a view into this world, that wants to provide this tooling, you can do it in the context of your application. Makes it super cool. I mean, I love that. Yeah, we can add a tag, right? My tag's going to be, I love Defolio. Defolio, right? I'm going to put that right there. And it's saying, you can't do that. God damn it. Is it the spaces?
Coming soon.
Come, you know me, coming soon. I like to try shit on the fly, and it doesn't always fly for me. But this is another, again, opportunity to do just generally cool things. I can even look at this inside of Folio. I can on ramp, and where that takes me actually is over here to transact. So if I wanted to, I could actually purchase Lux to fund my account. Probably not going to purchase a huge amount of Lux from this type of situation. But if I was just looking to buy an NFT, get involved with right now some meme coins that aren't very expensive, I can grab that right from Transact, which is super cool.
And that's because you're paying a premium by using Transact.
Yeah, I haven't used it very often. But yeah, you're going to pay fees, right? If you're looking for like low fee, tons of liquidity, you're probably not going there. But again, super cool stuff, right? Right here. That's awesome.
What's the key manager tab do?
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
So over here, now I can add some custom controllers to my profile. Now, this is probably don't want to screw around with it if you don't understand what you're doing, right? So you're probably not going to add choose permissions you wish this controller to have on your universal profile. This is a super powerful tool. Let's understand what we're doing. This probably just needs some more discussion. Heisenberger, just as a feedback here, be really awesome if I hovered. Oh, look at that. You already built it.
Yep,
allows calling other contracts to control contract with restrictions. You know what would be super cool if you were on this screen and you could graphically, like in a very graphical way, almost like drag and drop, like drag it onto this box and like build a workflow, like a visual workflow for how this transaction would get approved or how an action would actually be impacted by these changes that I'm making. That would be super cool.
Like a simulator kind of.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
Yeah. So what situation would you use this? Like what would I use this for?
So I could actually use this. So let's say we had new standards and we wanted to do we wanted to make it a DAO. We wanted to give voting permissions, right? We wanted to let's say we wanted to I wanted to give you, Rob, the opportunity to just change the avatar. Jean says all the time, he's like, yeah, you could easily do this. You can just give custom controller keys.
Problem is, you're giving this to other people, to other profiles?
Choose permissions you wish this controller to have on your universal profile. The address is at Heisenberger. If I was to add at somebody else, I don't know if I can do this. Let's see if I can search for alts. And I haven't used this tool, so I really don't know how this is configured. But I'm pretty sure if I was to grab someone like alts right here or Heisenberger per se, I could give Heisenberger a controller key to do something relative to my profile.
On your profile.
If I was the KEEZ account and I wanted to give someone the opportunity to change the metadata tags periodically because that's what they're managing, I could, through this interface, give the controller key to be able to do it. The issue that we're having, and actually what Tuzi is recommending here, which is kind of cool, he's actually giving some tools. Check out reactflow.dev. It's a great tool for implementing that kind of drag and drop environment and flow design. Then we could have that maybe more graphical interface where people really saw what they were building, these workflows, these permissions. And then this becomes a mega valuable tool for building custom implementations of these kind of, again, from a brand perspective or a DAO perspective, or I think of it almost interchangeably, because it was a use case I always talked about, where like I'm a company and I just want to give my marketing team the ability to post on my behalf to certain things. Like it can create it, it can change and manage my ad space, right? Like a mirror put up on my grid. But that's the only key. I don't want to give it any other ability. It can't transfer money. It can't sign transactions on behalf of this to change any other metadata. Just that. Those are the kind of custom applications that you could do.
Yeah, we've heard Fabian talk about these things for years, and you know, would be really cool to see that implemented and see that working.
Yeah. So super cool there. And again, super powerful tool. People don't even understand like what is available out there right now for them to use. They just, like when they say there's nothing on LUKSO, that's not true. There's actually tons of shit on LUKSO. It's just a matter of getting involved with it. It's kind of like how many things are people really using on Solana? I'm going to venture to guess not many. They're using Radium or Jupiter so they can swap, use some DeFi. They're using pump.fun to generate tokens, right? So it's, we have, in some ways, maybe we're building more diverse projects right away out the gate with more interesting applications. It's just taking time to kind of bootstrap the ecosystem for obvious reasons. Liquidity shit, the token price is dumped. And it's taken a long time to build the core tooling by the people in Berlin. Yeah, I get it, Bobby. We completely understand. It takes time.
I feel like once we're in a place where we can really show, if Heisenberg just said more for brands, where we can really show brands the value proposition of these tools, showing them that, hey, you can have multiple people in your organization controlling your blockchain account in various ways. I mean, that doesn't exist anywhere else. And
for sure.
You'd show them.
Rob, I don't think people realize the widget builders here.
Oh yeah, what's this?
Custom widget builder right here in Defolio. I want to show a token price list. And I want to show
for the grid.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Right. So like, hey, I want to track Bitcoin, Ethereum, and LUKSO, and I want to put this in my grid because people come to the new standards all the time, the new standards grid, let's say, and they want to be able to just look at quick market prices.
Yeah.
I can build this and I can copy the widget and I can drop that widget into my grid. Right? I can get a token balance list.
Wow.
I can show my own token balances. These are the ones that are not in the universal grave that I have, right? These are just the token price for LUKSO or Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? Or Dogecoin. Who knows? Or
it's kind of like the Web3 elf site, sort of.
Yeah, it's super cool, right? Or how about this? Boom. I want to show an NFT card and I'm going to show this universe. I'm going to show this gift from the Dwoobs collection. I wanted this to display in my grid. I'm doing it right now through default. Right? Super cool, man.
Can you do it? Can you show us?
You're bringing complexity in here. All right, so I got to leave this screen, and I'm gonna have to go to universal everything. So let me bring it up. Universal everything. Universal. I'm glad you can't see me typing. Just hacking away right now. Universal everything. Let's go to my profile. Here we go. Sharing this tab. You can see at the bottom right here. This is where I was actually developing last night. The local tunnel isn't available.
Oh, okay.
Right. My grid is far less curated than other people's. I haven't spent a lot of time here yet. But here, I'll click the pencil. So now I can add a new grid element. I can add new content. I'm going to add an iframe. And then let's see if this works. Save. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Adjust the size so we get a beautiful picture of it. And adjust the size a little bit bigger. And then let's bring it up I can't. It's not going to let me do that at the moment. It's going to be annoying.
That's all right. That's
It'll
really
let
cool,
me adjust it afterwards. So yeah, I'll get it here. I'm gonna keep it there. We'll sign the transaction, and we've just added a Defolia widget to my grid.
Nice.
Simple, super simple, easily done. Why people are not already doing this, more people, doesn't make sense. Yeah, Alta's grid is absolutely stacked. You were right, Heisenberger. He works on it constantly. But yeah, boom, there we go. Right, it's in my grid, just like that. Cool. Super cool, right?
You got the pink pills.
Yeah, got the pink pills because
background there.
I can't stop myself. So yeah, that was super easily done. You can even track a list of NFT collections if you wanted to. So if I was like, all right, I know that there's a collection launching called, let's say I want to track the this token here. Let me see. It gives me the floor price of the chill whales because I'm tracking it. And I want to track Apex deities. Let's see. Looking for it somewhere. Struggling to find it at the moment. It might be an LSP7 and it's not referencing. Oh, no, it's right here. Boom. Apex deities. Because I want to track those two bad boys. This is the colored version because they might be impacted by something coming out soon that I would actually I could do that. I could create a widget and I could be tracking the floor price, which would be super cool. So
yeah, that is cool.
I think it's great. Oh, look at that. I can even look at profiles. I can check out other people's profiles in a social way. I can check out Jordy's.
Jordy Dutch.
I can see what he's holding. Super cool.
Definitely.
Not a ton of people looking at this stuff right now. I think that's awesome.
But when they do.
All right. Last one that I'm gonna check here because I haven't eaten yet today, and I think we've accomplished our aim of holding some space and talking some mess and
closing in on 2 hours right now.
Yeah, let's look at Universal Grave.
You
might not have. Yeah, you might not. Only 73 profiles are protected by the Grave, but the one thing the Grave does for me is it makes it that you cannot spam my inbox. This is put out by the team at year one. There's lots of things that people will send me, and sometimes they're mean.
Yeah.
When the liquid situation was going on, I definitely got liquidated, all kinds of stuff. But
times.
It didn't need to show up inside of my account because I had the Universal Grave protecting me, and the Universal Grave it's thinking. I haven't been here in a while. Here we go.
People could send you stuff that you can't get rid of too, right?
Yeah. So you can see here are some things that I have. Oh, see, this is why you couldn't see when I buy a token, it goes here to start, right? Even if I bought, like I bought this fish, I have to, if I want it in my account, I have to unblock it.
Gotcha.
And
that takes that out of that vault and puts it into your.
Yeah, I have to bring it back from the dead.
Yeah, aren't they working on like an allow list feature for that? So.
Yeah. Yep. Again, this can absolutely be perfected. Yeah. It just is not there yet. And I'm having the same issues as I have before. I think I have to reject some things in my profile. So I won't do it right now, but Universal Grave, again, is protecting your inbox. So if you don't want spam, you can come here. All right. I'm going to take that down. And I think we're driving in on the end of this end of this show here, Rob.
Ooh.
So,
up close.
All right. Yeah, cool. All right. Valentine's Day. You got any plans with the wife?
No, I gotta work.
You gotta work?
Yep.
Yeah. Me too. I gotta work too, which is what I gotta work. You know what I gotta work on?
What do you gotta work on?
Getting this damn thing ready to go. It's pissing me off.
What about you guys have plans? You got some plans tonight?
Nah, my wife's working as well. So Sweetfield says 3 minutes to the Dinoverse mint. So maybe we'll hop off and then mint that bad.
Oh yeah, mint that.
Or what we'll do is we'll hop over to Universal
There
page.
you go. Here, let me get mine pulled up.
We'll actually see who's hanging out in the mint. Oh, lots of people. Look at this. Yeah, Beef. You think Beef was gonna miss this mint?
Beef's on it.
Yeah, so lots of people hanging out here, getting ready to mint. 3 minutes, ready to go. And I'm gonna grab some of these because I'm here. I'm gonna stay on the live stream until we hey, we're live streaming, friends. Live streaming the mint. Streaming the mint. So I think I'm gonna grab a few of these. It's 3 minute sweet fills. Are you sure? Because I don't have 4 minutes. I have 3.
It's got to be 3.
3.
See if I can jump in here too.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's put on some music while we're waiting, because I do like to feed the ducks. Okay, we're waiting. Oh, I see Hans hanging out over here. Hans hanging out on the side. I see
Don't
you.
see Hans as much anymore.
No, I mean, like most people, it gets tiring.
Sneaking in.
And we got Hans. Jack's hanging out. What's up, Jack? 2 minutes. Sweet Field says 2 minutes to the mint. Madsky's in here. Dino King hanging out. This is
what's the story on the Dinoverse? You know much about it?
I know that their prehistoric world of Dinoverse, an exclusive NFT collection featuring 2,222 unique ancient dinos, all residing on the innovative LUKSO blockchain. I know nothing about it, just that Dino King is the founder. And that Sweet Feels has tuned me on to the idea that I'm going to be able to mint this shortly, and I haven't minted a collection live in a long time, so I'm going to get on this.
Same.
I'm in to the end of the live stream.
Floating around. Did I show up? Did I show up on there? Oh, you don't have it up anymore.
We're getting to the end of the live stream. Oh, I see you up.
There we go.
To the end of the live stream. All right, I'm going to refresh the page to see. Is it 2 minutes?
60 seconds. 60
How do I
seconds.
know it's? How do I know it's 60 seconds?
Up at the very top. Right there.
Oh, 50.
Countdown.
This is going to be
I'll
a
bet
white
I'm
list.
not on the list.
Yeah, it's going to be a white
It's
list.
phased. Oh yeah, we're not gonna be able to get it. We're not
Is it
nearly cool
phased?
enough. Yeah,
How do you know it's phased?
because Sweet Feels just told us.
Oh, I'm definitely not on the list. Can't believe
No.
this. That's it. I'm out. Bullshit.
The crime.
Absolute bullshit. This is a crime. You have perpetrated a crime.
Just in case. I mean, there's only 15 seconds, so just in case.
Just in case.
Let's make sure.
Well, regardless, you can see that here. Page has got this social minting, which is actually kind of cool. Fizz is actually a developer, cool guy. Helped out with the Laddies Man. Fizz doesn't like me covering him. Oh, minted. Oh, I can mint it, babe.
Yeah, me too. Here we go.
Oh, I can only mint one though. I'm minting the NFT. I'm not minting any NFTs because my wallet won't let me.
The stream is killing my computer. I barely mint this.
It's killing me. It's slaughtering my computer. All right, I'm gonna turn the music off. I can't. I don't know why my extension is being a bastard right now. It's just deciding that it doesn't want me to have fun.
You still have 30 tabs open?
I have at least 57 tabs open. Yeah.
Yeah. I think 56 is the cutoff.
56 is a cutoff.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start killing some of these tabs because I think I'm connected to too many things at the moment. I just want to mint one. Is it an instant reveal?
Mine's taking a minute too. There we go. Success. I'm a Dinoverse holder.
Damn it. I want it so bad, but I'm apparently connected across. I'm connected to something and I cannot get this to go.
The extension didn't pop up at all?
No, it popped up. Here, on the activity side, that's a problem. Here we go. Dinoverse. I'm in. Long click to confirm. Boom. Transaction is pending. Now I'm in. All right, let's see. I want to own one. I want to own one so bad. Completed. I am a Dinoverse holder.
Oh, we're in.
Rob, welcome to the club.
It's good to be here with you.
Yeah, you and I together. A couple Dinoversians.
Just wandering around the metaverse.
Yeah. All right. On that note, thanks for tuning in today, guys. We'll be back again on Tuesday. Hopefully there's more cool information. There's a lot of things we could always talk about, but it's meant to be kind of chill vibes. So I'm not going to extend this any longer than we have to. I'm going to grab some lunch. Hopefully you have a great Valentine's Day. Make sure you say, I love you to the people who need to hear it in your life. Don't let a day pass without telling someone that you love them, because you never know when that last breath is going to be inhaled and exhaled from your body.
Just got dark real quick.
Not dark, just like, spread the love.
Never know when you're going to die.
Spread the love. Spread the love.
Absolutely.
Right. Sweet Feels, thanks for hanging out with us today. Really appreciate you. And for everyone else, again, we'll be back soon. And now for my favorite part of the show, Rob, where we hit him with the thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And then we get him with feeding the ducks.